Hello, hello.
Hello.
600,000 followers in less than 2 years. How and what do you think why?
How? Just by being myself, which I know sounds so annoying and oh my God. So maybe a little bit woo woo, but genuinely, I think showing up as your authentic self on any platform, think about how many people are in the entire world.
Yeah,
Some people are just going to resonate with you more if you're showing up as you are.
that's so true.
And what was the second? Why?
How, you said how, authenticity, and why, I think it's the same. Like, again, because you showing up as yourself.
Yeah.
And I as well think because for the people who don't know you yet, happy welcome, Victoria Benitez. I'm
Thank
so
you.
excited to have her in my podcast. I literally met her like a few weeks ago. Maybe it's already 2 months.
I think it's in the months now.
Yeah. We met at a cafe here. Shout out to Remix. I'm always mentioning some cafe spots because most of the time I meet people at cafes somewhere.
Remix, hands down, has the
Yeah.
best ceremonial grade matcha in
Yes.
Bali.
It's a really, really amazing place. And
Yes.
I saw her there and I remember how I started talking to you. I was like, I'm so sorry. I don't know your name. I don't remember it, but you are the one. And then I said it false. I said with the chia seed mask. And you were like, it's flaxseed, but yes. And I
Yeah.
said that I love your content because it's so different and it's so needed. So, how would you describe your content, maybe? Or like, what are you doing? What is your passion? Why are you sharing this with people? Why is it needed?
I would describe my content as natural, holistic remedies for everyday things. You know, women use skincare probably every day, unless they're camping in the mountains or something. They use skincare every single day. They use cleaning supplies
Yeah.
every single day. And all these little things add up.
Yeah.
You know, these are hurting your health. And why I really started posting it in the first place is because I realized people don't know about this. People don't know that the clean beauty products they're buying at Sephora actually aren't clean. And so I felt the need like, okay, I need to tell people about this, but I also need to keep my content very digestible
Yeah.
and short and easy to understand because I don't want people to jump through hoops to learn something simple. I don't want to create a space where I post something and then people leave the post feeling confused. I want to give them easy solutions,
Yeah.
inexpensive solutions as well. Actually, most of the solutions I give way cheaper than the things that you'll buy at Sephora. Flax seeds, a whole bag, which will last you more than a month, is $4, maybe $7, something like that. So I just decided I'm going to make educational, easily digestible content around holistic wellness.
I just love it. I really have to be honest. Like, you know me, you now know me, I'm a little bit of like a bougie and I love all of these things. Like, maybe they're not as good as they should be, but now every time when I'm doing something or when I'm buying something, I'm like, what would Victoria think of this one? You're in my mind now, not in a bad way. And that's what I really, really like about you. And maybe some people wouldn't think that when they don't know you because you're really, and I love that, you're really straightforward in your content and you have a strong opinion. But at the same time, you don't tell me what to do. You give me advices if I ask you, and you give me knowledge if I want to know. But you don't try to change me.
Yeah.
You let me do my own experiences. And I think that's in a friendship really, really important. But as well, I think that's one of your success secrets, that you are really strong in your opinion, but at the same time, I don't want to say you don't care, but you know what works and you know what changed because you saw the change happening for you. Maybe you can just tell, if you want to, some things about how did you come up with like all this knowledge about holistic health and like really like it's not only the beauty, it's also from the inside out. So how did you come up with and why did it change your life? So maybe the people know a bit about like we always see people posting their content, but we don't know the backstory, and that's why I'm like, I want to share this more because for me it was so interesting when you shared it with me.
Yeah. Well, this is kind of a long story. I'll keep
We
it
have
as
time.
brief as possible. So I did grow up with a very holistic mother,
Shout out to her mom. I want to
Shout-
meet her at some point.
Everyone should meet my mom.
Yeah.
Everyone should meet my mom. She's an amazing Russian lady. And, in general, Eastern Europeans are a bit more holistic. When you get sick, it's never, let's go to the doctor, let's reach for medication. It's, let's drink some tea, let's have some bone broth, things like that. It's more holistic.
Hot lemon water.
Yes.
Drink warm water on an empty stomach, whatever. I have to think about a friend of mine. Her mom is from Lithuania. And she always said to me, since I'm 4 or 5, she always said to me, drink in the morning, like not warm, but like a room temperature water on an empty stomach. And yeah.
Yes, exactly. It's so good for you. So I have my amazing mother that I grew up with. So I was already a little bit more holistic. Going into my teens and then off to college when I finally got out of the house. Obviously, I rebelled a little bit, went into that corporate 9-to-5 structure, and I just kind of lost those holistic ways. I was drinking a lot. I was buying skincare from the store, which is crazy because prior to that, I was actually making my own skincare because I did struggle with rosacea in high school. And the flaxseed mask is what helped get rid of
Really? I didn't know.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's how I found the flaxseed mask.
Of course.
I had rosacea and I cured it, or I guess the appearance, because technically it never goes away, which, sure.
Another topic.
Yes, I fixed it with the flaxseed mask and then following that with vitamin E oil. So I was holistic. And then to New York was I call it my Dungeons and Dragons phase because that's when I was in the dungeons, at the raves, drinking all the time, sometimes even smoking. Not so healthy, period. And then I had this moment where I was sitting at a cafe with my best friend and this wave of heat and numbness came over me. And I thought I was dying. I went to the hospital and they were treating me. First of all, they weren't treating me. I was just there crying, asking to be seen by a doctor, get an MRI, and
Because you don't know what's going on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they just wanted to give me pills, and I refused the pills, but at the same time that they were kind of treating me as if I went in there to get pills. So it was a very, very strange situation that kind of really opened my eyes because I'd never been in the hospital before. I'd never been sick before. And then I had to go to a primary care doctor for a referral to get an MRI. And I had never met this doctor before. I didn't have a primary care doctor in New York. So I walked into her office and she asked me one question: tell me your symptoms. I told her my symptoms and she immediately, her follow-up was, do you struggle with anxiety? Have you ever tried anti-anxiety medication? And I went bananas. I know she didn't know my last name. So I went bananas. I immediately left, and that's when I decided, okay, I'm not going to subject myself to this crazy pill world. I'm going to go back to my holistic roots and heal myself naturally. It was a journey, but actually what ended up being wrong was damaged nerves in my shoulder, and my chiropractor fixed me. I've never felt like that again. I feel incredible now. And that was really what pushed me back to being more holistic, how I was when I was younger, and taking that even further because I didn't have the knowledge that I do now when I was younger, but because it honestly saved me. Now I spend and dedicate hours of my life learning about this.
It's so fun when you talk with her about something. She's like, yeah, sure. It's like this and this and that. Or like I'm sharing something. She's like, I didn't heard that yet. Let me check it up. I wouldn't say it. But in a really like, you can see that you have so much knowledge. And what I really like about the way you give it to the world or you bring it to the world, and I really think it's not only that I think, I know her human design, and it was insane when I checked her chart, because I hope it's okay when I tell a bit about it. But when you go into her gates and like what is her incarnation cross, which is like what is her life purpose, what are you here to share? It's literally what you're doing.
Yeah.
And we were both like looking at each other because I was so excited. You were like, that's literally insane that it's written in my human design. And that's what I always say. It's not that human design is like the path to, or like the only path, or like the holy grail. It's just sometimes helping us to bring in, like, to bring our knowing into words, because you know it already, you act on it. Like, for example, I didn't know if I told you. Did I told you with Gary Vee, the example that I saw?
No.
I checked his chart because I was like, I need to know what I know he's a predictor, but I wanted to know what he is. And he literally has in his life's purpose the marketing channel. And I was like,
Wow.
what the actual, I have to say, what the actual fuck? I was like, huh? That's insane. So sometimes I see things and then I'm like, and he probably doesn't even know his human design chart.
Yeah.
And that was the same with you. Like, it is in your design. You are here to share all this knowledge with the world. And I think, is it for you always easy? Because I would say it's content that provocates a lot of people. But I think you're here for revolutionary content, so.
This is a very amazing question. And the reason why I say that is because, yes, I find it easy. Yes, I find it hard. And the reason why I find it hard is probably not the reason that you'd think I say. Yes, my content does provoke quite a bit of people. I love it. Actually, I prefer those comments because if you just have people saying yes to you all the time, you actually don't know if maybe you're wrong.
Yeah.
You know, maybe there's a different perspective. I haven't looked at what I'm saying. So then it gives me the opportunity to, one, fact check myself, also see, you know, let me look at this from a different perspective. And then it's also a sounding board as to where the general population is. Because, you know, a lot of people ask me how I deal with hate. I don't. I just see it, and it's a sounding board. It shows me where the general population is.
Yeah.
And what I'm doing is actually meant to help people get out of that state. You know, I don't want people to feel so anxious inside that they need to express themselves through the phone on social media. You can change those things with food, with the ways you exercise, with how you wake up in the morning. Different things can make you feel better, that you don't need to, you know, project hate into the world.
I always love when I talk to you, like, you are for me truly an inspiration when it comes to perspectives, because even if some people would have maybe have ego problems with something, you are like, no, I get her, or I get this. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, you have even when we're talking now about hate, you have such a neutral perspective on things, because for you it matters, like the higher purpose matters. It's not only about you. You are a vessel, and probably you know that you're a vessel, but it's so much about a higher purpose, what you're sharing with the world.
Yes, that's true. That is true. But also, for the reasons that I give my friends and everyone else, never take advice from someone you don't respect. Never listen to the words of someone you don't respect. Already, if someone is negatively commenting on one of my posts, this is not a person I want to live like.
Yeah.
I don't look at their life as if it's something I want to do. So those words don't matter to me. Do I want to help them? Yes.
Yeah.
So I continue.
Yeah.
But do I let those words affect me? No. Because they're not at the place where I admire what they're doing.
I get that. That's so. I think a lot of people that are into social media, want to start, can take, even if it's not your main topic, because not only you're talking about different things, but that's why I love that we have this conversation now, because I know the Victoria behind all the health content, I would say, or like all the, health, nutrition, like, I don't want to say healing, because in the end, it's not about healing. It's about, like, people are not broken. You help them to remember you're not broken. You just have to know how to support your body.
Yeah.
Do you remember I asked you one thing? I was like, and I want to ask you this now, because imagine someone is going now on your your Instagram page or your TikTok and seeing all these amazing flaxseed mask, or your own like beauty products you're making, your own mascara, or your carrot salad, or like your carrot chips that went so viral. That's insane. If you would have a wish that people would implement 3 things that will change so much already, what would these 3 things are? I mean, everybody is different, but let's say the majority of people that checking your content, if you could give them 3 things to start, so because we're not overwhelming, what would it be?
Stop consuming so many products. There are so many products out there that are being marketed to you that you actually don't need. You can find exactly what they are in a natural ingredient, like an onion, like honey, like olive oil. No need to take an anti-inflammatory pill. That is literally synthetic made by a man. Men make mistakes, but it's a synthetic version of what nature already created. So just go to the source. That's number 1.
Source food.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go straight to the source. I'll keep that simple. Just go straight to the source, the natural source. Number 2, question everything. Don't take an answer for what it is. Not even me. Not even me. Double check me. Fact check me. I want you to. I hope you do that research, do that homework, because why should you just put something in your mouth that I tell you to put in your mouth? Why?
You remember, for example, and that's what I loved, when I... So, Victoria inspired me. One of her things, and that's so interesting because when I see friends doing this or posting this, I know it's from her, putting garlic into honey. And I did it like all in, a whole, like a whole garlic, how do you say? Like,
Clove.
Yeah, a whole garlic clove into honey. And I swear I was the whole day, I was like detoxing, sweating. I didn't feel good. And I was like talking to you. You were like, yeah, maybe that was too much at once for your body. Maybe you should start with like half or like just a bit. And that's what I mean, like with not questioning you, but like trusting my body. And I was like, something is wrong when I'm taking this whole clove. Like, that's not how I should feel.
Yeah, like it's so interesting because I can't be there to babysit everyone's
No.
hand. But if you're bad with spice, why the fuck are you taking a whole clove of garlic? Come on. And I don't know your spice tolerance.
But it was so fun because I went to a paddle tournament, and there was a guy, and I think he wanted to boost him. I don't know, and he had manuka honey, and then I looked at him, but I think he can handle spice well, and I was like, next time you should put garlic into your honey. And his face, he was like, what? And the guy next to him was saying like, what? And I was like, yeah, it's really, really good. I don't know the reasons, but I know it's good.
Yeah, but you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's the fact that people don't know that that's good for you. To me, that it makes so much sense. It's common sense, but it's actually not. Garlic is antibacterial, it's antifungal. It's incredible for your immune system. And the fact that people don't know that absolutely baffles me. So yes, I want to be the vessel that teaches these little tricks that everyone can do.
Yeah, and it's so simple. Like, I mean, take a good honey, and that's another thing what I really like. Like, you make it easy and accessible, but at the same time, you really try to tell people how quality is important. It's not about a quantity, it's about maybe starting with some things, and they are really accessible for most, like, let's say for the most of the people who can see your TikToks or Instagram reels. They can as well get a good honey or get garlic or onions or carrots or whatever. Okay, that was just like
Yes.
number 2, like question everything, even you.
Yeah, question me. Number 3, don't take everything so seriously.
Sorry, that's a whole life advice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't take everything so seriously. I really hope that in my content, I do portray this person who is a little bit more playful and having fun with life, with this amazing gift that God has given me. Just be playful. It's not so serious all the time. Not everything is so deep. Not everything is meant to hurt your feelings or provoke a feeling. Just have fun. Just live. I just want people to live as natural as they can and as happy as they can. And honestly, those 2 things are really synergistic. The more natural you are, the more you let go of this materialistic, I even call them Western problems, the more you let go of all that, and the happier you become, and the easier it is to be healthy and to be happy.
Yeah. That's so true. I think you really love good food. You really
Yes.
love like source food.
Yes, I love it.
Do you have like, what are your favorites? Like something that you would say like, oh, I just love it. Health wise, but as well like maybe taste or like what food excites you the most? Probably garlic. No, I'm just kidding.
Honestly, yeah.
Really?
So like spaghetti vongole with lots of garlic. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Whenever I'm in Italy, I am the same. When I'm in
Yeah.
Italy and I'm ordering my spaghetti vongole, I ask them, I'm like, please put in more garlic. Throw more garlic in there.
Wow.
I love garlic. So spaghetti vongole is my
I love that.
wow. And you know what? If it's made with high quality ingredients, it's not bad for you. There's when you get down to little nitty and gritty things, and that happens the more research you do, but pasta is not the worst thing in the world for you, especially if you are going to eat pasta and you want to do you want to do it healthy. You want to get it from Italy because they mold control it, so there's less mycotoxins. It also is fermented longer, so it's easier to digest. Like all these things come from research, and that is something everyone can do.
Yeah, I think I would say the nonna
Yeah.
in the village that makes the pasta by herself with good, amazing ingredients, maybe even the eggs from the chickens in her garden. I'm
Exactly.
pretty sure they are really good. Or like they're not bad for your health.
Yeah.
100%, I agree.
Exactly. Okay, so spaghetti vongole is probably my. I don't look at it as a guilty pleasure at all. I actually don't. I don't even like the word guilty pleasures, but
Yeah.
for the sake of comparison,
Yeah.
that's my guilty pleasure food. And then my favorite food is just steak and eggs.
Oh, yeah.
Steak and eggs, it would be my cheat meal from my regular meal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love steak and eggs so much.
Yeah.
I'm very simple in the food that I like. I like ingredients. I don't like these huge fancy dishes. You know, when I was living in New York, my best friend worked at Le Pavillon, which is owned by Daniel Boulud, and we would always go to these Michelin star restaurants, and yeah, it was good food. Honestly, it was really
Yeah.
good food. It didn't really excite me the way a fresh tomato straight from tomato season in Italy excites me with just like the best olive oil. Honestly, a Michelin star restaurant could try all the fuck they want. They're never just gonna get the taste of a fresh tomato with salt and olive oil. It's not gonna happen.
And it's so interesting because I had two thoughts. First thought, what you're saying with fresh tomato and olive oil and a bit salt. That's why when we, for example, travel to a destination like Italy, that's why we were so like, I feel like it touches our soul. Yes, we love like the 5-star Michelin star restaurants, but it's a different feeling. I think we all know this. It feels like coming home. It
Yeah.
feels like a bit homecoming. And at the same time, when you're talking about this, it inspires me because I want to fall in love more with the simple food because I love fancy things in general. But at the same time, Bali, the most of the people don't know. Like when you're here as an expat and you're traveling or when you're visiting, I know that you, where you're living, that you don't have the possibility to
I live in the jungle.
She lives in the jungle,
I
so
live
she
in the
doesn't
jungle.
have the possibility to order as many Gojeks as I do. But at the same time, I really feel the craving to cook my own meals again after like spending so much time here, or like just having for breakfast some blueberries, some eggs, like the simple things. But I really needed to like have this yes, I would call it as well a Western problem, but like to have this first world problem of I can order everything anytime and it will be delivered in within, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes to my place. I had to have this phase to then come back to what excites me really and what do I really, really want. And the more I'm getting conscious about my body, the more I'm craving
Yeah.
natural, simple things.
Yes.
But your excitement about real food excites me as well a
Yeah.
lot.
It's about a mindset shift. You need to appreciate food more. and think about actually the energy it takes to grow food. How much sun it needs, how much water it needs, all the nutrients that it's absorbing from the soil, all the things that feed the plant, worms. It's a whole ecosystem that people forget exists. It's not just easy to grow a tomato. You know, things have to happen in nature, and you need to realize, like, that's incredible. The fact that nature can do all that to make this fucking amazing fruit is crazy.
Yeah.
And also, have you ever fasted before?
Yeah.
Okay. So when you fast, you go into, how many days have you fasted?
Only 2. I want to do
still.
I would love to do like a, please don't claim me on that now, but at some point I would like to know what happens to me if I would fast for like 10 days or 40 days or something.
I would love to try 10 days. I'm not there yet. I'm not there.
But I really think like, I think my whole life will change. And it's fun because
It will change.
Yeah.
It will. But my point is, when you fast, once you hit the, I would say, 48-hour mark, your cravings start to become more primal. You don't crave French fries. You don't crave these sugary sweets. You crave like something warm, like a broth. You want like a steak. You become more primal. You go back to our natural state of being. And that's when you also appreciate food more. So put yourself back into that state of wanting just what nature gives to you. And that changes your perspective on food and wanting to make food and what you want to buy from the store.
I have a question.
Okay, I have an answer maybe.
Yeah, you will have. So we talked about that your content is informative, but at the same time digestible and easy to act on. So now we're here in a podcast or in one of us show. What is maybe something, if you would be in a room where people, 111, where people would like take more space to listen and are maybe more aware in general, more conscious, more aware about like what's going on in the world, what's going on with their body. What would you like to share? You don't have to go down the whole rabbit hole because I know that this would take like weeks if we would start talking about everything. But what is something you would maybe like, or you thought recently about, maybe I should share this more?
Something I thought more recently about is the conversation around vaccines and food. And the reason why I think that's important for people to listen to and pay attention to is because the whole situation with COVID was so fast. It was so fast to see how quickly governments reacted and everything like that. That can happen again. That is so easily able to happen again. And these conversations about putting vaccines in our food is something that's happening all over the world. People just don't know about it because we're all being distracted by different things. And the reason why I think this is so interesting and people should look up and research themselves is because it will cause them to question more. How did this go so far under the radar that we don't know this is happening? Even in conversations about food and vaccines put in our food, they talk about fluoride being put in America, it's in our water. In Europe, it's in your salt.
Really?
Some places in America, Germany, puts fluoride in their salt. But there you go. You don't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it is in some of your salts.
Yeah.
And the more research and the more questions you have,
Yeah.
it's a domino effect.
Yeah, it's a domino
It's a
effect.
domino effect. So I would just say question what's put in your food because it's by far the easiest way for the governments, the people who control whatever, to get whatever they want into your body. It's the easiest. Skincare, all those things, it has to be absorbed through the skin. It's not as quick. You swallow it, it goes directly into the digestion. So I would be very mindful about what's in your food, what your specific government is allowing to be put in your food.
Maybe this question is not needed, but at the same time, maybe you have a perspective on it that somebody needs to hear. I think we already know that you love to go back always to what source gives us. What do you think about supplements? Or like, are there supplements where you would say this makes sense because it's a whatever kind of supplement, or would you say like, or what works for you? What is your perspective? What is your research the last life, this whole life you already have?
I'm gonna say this right now.
Oh gosh.
I hate supplements. I absolutely hate them. If you ever see me taking a supplement, they've either done a crazy amount of research and I have seen it. I've also had a blood test to show me that I actually should take this supplement. Those are the only two reasons you'll see me taking a supplement or promoting a supplement. Most supplements are bullshit. They're filled with things that you don't know because laws protect their proprietary blends, especially, you know, depending on where you are in the world. The laws are very lax. Here in Bali, you know, you can fill a supplement with a bulking agent and they don't even know what it is. So
Crazy.
So supplements in general, I do not agree with. And another thing, why are you taking supplements when you don't actually know you're deficient in the nutrient, the mineral, whatever? You know, why are you taking iron if you're not deficient in iron? It doesn't make sense because then you're putting your body, your liver, your kidney through extra work to detox all that bullshit because most supplements do come with bullshit.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know, you might be getting your iron, but you might also be getting something else that your liver then has to detox out of your body.
Let's take iron as an example because I know someone who has to take care of her iron. What would you, for example, from your perspective, huh?
Are you going to ask me what you should take?
Yeah.
Liver.
Okay. Oh, okay.
But there are ways. But you see what I mean? Like, I know what you mean. Liver's nasty. I also think it's like, I've eaten raw liver, okay? It's disgusting. However,
everybody can eat what everybody wants to eat, but I'm like, oi, oi, oi. Yeah.
You can freeze it, pop it in a smoothie. You won't taste it.
Smart.
Yeah, there's always a way. It's just a matter of, do you want to find a way or do you want to take the easy way? That's always the question. It's not about if you can have it. It's about how bad do I want it?
This could be a new like signature series for you, like you're already talking about how you can like use specific source food, source ingredients, whatever, to help your health and everything, but maybe something like this, because I did never think about like freezing it and putting it into a smoothie. Like never, ever, ever. Now I'm like, that's so smart and so simple. So what I really learn always from you when we're talking is like, I think I'm the complete opposite when it comes to that point, because I'm trusting so much and not questioning anything. And I want to still have my trust and my maybe sometimes a bit naive side. But at the same time, I think it's really, really good. Like for me, when we're talking, I'm like, it's really, really good to start questioning myself more. Myself, and start questioning in general a lot of things more.
Yeah.
I know when you were sitting in front of me and you were like, I believe in placebo. Like,
yeah,
straightforward.
I do believe in placebo.
Yeah.
I really believe in placebo, and that is dangerous. Someone can tell you you're sick, and then you might be perfectly healthy, but you make yourself sick. And that is also the problem with so many supplements. People are convinced that they need this.
Yeah.
And then they're actually just, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. You feel sick, and you can tell yourself you're sick, so you treat yourself like you're sick, and then you become sick.
I think it's the same. That's why I'm always trying to, when I talk to people about like coaching, mentoring, and that's why it's also one reason why I started this podcast show, because I'm like, you're not broken. You don't need to be healed. It's like that, because that's what, for example, started with me when I went really into the coaching industry. And I love it at one point because I think it inspires us so much. It helps us to grow. It helps us to remember. But at the same time, I often felt like I started thinking placebo, maybe in a different way. I started thinking something is wrong with me because I only saw these stories that it has to be something wrong with you to get to a certain point or whatever. And I think that's just a different angle or like a different shade of like placebo. But it's the same when you really listen always to someone else instead of yourself, it's going to happen.
Yeah. I get this question a lot or comment a lot on my Instagram posts that I never share the struggles, so I look almost unattainable. The way I see it is you should treat every human as if they're either going through something or have gone through something, because that's the reality of life. It's very unlikely that you come face to face with a person that has not gone through something that has been hard for them. So you should always have that level of understanding that that's their story and they have something or have gone through something.
Yeah.
So you should have that level of respect and admiration for their journey.
Yeah.
But their journey and their struggle has zero to do with you.
100%.
You are going through your own life, your own path, your own journey, and their struggles, nothing to do with you. And that person, maybe they can relate to you, but they will never be able to fully understand, you know, the problem that you're faced with because they have not walked every step with you. It's the same in relationships. Whenever a friend comes to me either complaining about their boyfriend or asking for advice, I'll say sometimes, usually, I play devil's advocate because they're never telling the whole story. I believe that my friends are always with them for one reason, and there's a full story of joy that I don't know. So I actually cannot really help this situation because I don't know all the good things.
Yeah.
I just hear about the 10%, probably 5% of bad.
Yeah, 100%. You're really so good in like being. In German, we would say you are like Switzerland, which is like neutral in a.
Wish my boyfriend was here, he'd laugh.
Yeah, like it comes. Sometimes it's easier to do it with others than with ourselves, right? Or with the people we can really like fully lean in and like let go. By the way, at some point, I think I want to talk to your boyfriend as well in this show podcast because he's such an interesting person as well.
Yeah, you should.
So little, how do you say it? A little teaser already. You talked about like everybody has their own path. When you look at your life now, and I love this question, like what is this current chapter or this current era called? Like what are you excited about? What's going on?
Solidifying my purpose. That's what this chapter is called.
Solidifying your purpose.
I'm very aware now what wakes me up in the morning with joy and with passion and with drive. Now it's about creating the back-end systems and logistics to actually make this into my sustainable career and to have it provide for me the family that I'd love to create with my boyfriend who will be on your podcast. So it's really about, finding ways to make sure that I'm able to do what I love and what drives me for the rest of my life. And then also make a plan of how to scale it. Because right now, as you said, I've accumulated a following of around 600,000 people. That's not enough. I want more people to consume less, be more natural, and be happy. It is so effed up. I don't want to cuss anymore. I don't like cussing. But it is so effed up that so many people don't feel good, that so many people are unhappy. When it's, I don't want to say a simple solution because I don't know everyone's story, but there are tools that people haven't tried yet. And how can you marry a problem when you haven't tried every avenue of trying to heal yourself or fix yourself?
That was so good. That sentence was, a lot of things are really, really great what you're saying, but that was a really, really good sentence. I really think, by the way, you should start. I know you want to scale it more, and like that's why maybe you can teaser your one of your current projects, your new magazine. But I really see you having a talk, a show, a podcast, whatever it is, because I think it's so, so, so needed to help people even like understand it more and going more into the detail, maybe. I can really see this for you. I think the magazine is already something that is like helping you
Yeah.
to give more information or like more, even more things that excites you most. And like what you said, like helping, you will help. Do you know? I mean, you know, but do you know how many people you will help in the future?
I think I know. Do you know? I would love to know.
Yeah. It's not a question for me. I'm pretty sure you will help. Not pretty, I'm sure you will help so many people. Remember that source gave them everything and they just have to step back to this original wisdom.
Yeah. It's something I'd love to do in the future. Right now, I'm not called to it as.
And you're a generator, step by step. So
Yeah.
not 700,000 projects on the same page.
Exactly. I've realized that I cannot work like that. Even, doing this magazine was a bit hard for me because whilst I'm creating this online digital magazine, which is basically it feeds the side of people that I don't feed on my regular profile, my personal profile, because my personal profile is mostly about holistic wellness, using nature as using food as medicine. But people do love products. People absolutely love products. I don't talk about so many products just because I don't want to be a branded influencer. I only talk about the products that I'm really obsessed with on my Instagram.
One specific olive oil, for example.
I love that olive oil.
She
Honestly,
loves olive
say what you will. I was also skeptical. Oh my God, it tastes so good. It tastes
I really can't wait
so
to get it. I mean, here I can't get it, but
Yeah.
I can't wait to go because I'm going back to Germany and I'm pretty sure I can ship it there.
Yeah.
And then I will take it with me to Dubai.
You have to. It's so, you can taste the polyphenols. Polyphenols do have a taste. That spice at the end, that's the indicator it's high phenolic. So most olive oils don't taste like anything except like grease.
Yeah.
That is spicy. It's so strong. It's so good. I had my Italian friends, I had my Greek friends try it, and they were like, wow, this is good.
I love that.
Anyways, so I don't really serve people who want to buy products. So Soft Wild is an online digital magazine that promotes and works with brands that are doing good shit that I actually probably use. I just don't want to constantly shove products in your face. That's not what I want to be about. But if that's something, you want as a viewer, you want to know what products to buy, that's a separate entity for suggesting products.
Go check it out because it's not only informative, it's art.
Yes.
It's literally art. Like I really, really love it. I showed it to some of my friends and forwarded it and I'm like, that's art for me. It looks so beautiful and it touches my soul at some point. Like it's really like I feel, I don't know where it's going, but I feel like soft and wild for me right now, this soft side of life, this like, I think we all craving this soft side of life. And that's one thing I can really see already in that magazine, like that's slowing down and like embracing
Yeah.
slowing down.
Yeah. Well, thank you for saying that. It was super important for me when creating this that it had to be beautiful because I feel it's so hard to learn when you don't see something beautiful.
Oh, it's so visual pleasing. Like
Yeah.
you look at it and I'm like, that's aesthetic, that's art. I just love it.
Yeah. Exactly.
I think we could talk for another couple of hours probably about so many more things. Is there anything you would like to share for the final or like what somebody maybe needs to hear? Anything you would like to share except how people can find you? That's the last thing I will ask if they don't know you yet.
Yes. One thing I would love to share is be yourself. And I know you've heard that 10, 20,000 times in your life, but really it's true. when you live authentically to yourself is when you reap the rewards of life, because everything gravitates you. You are where you're meant to be. You are who you're meant to be, and everything starts to fall into place. It's energy. It's karmic energy. It all comes to you when you start being who you are. No matter who you are, just be you. Just be yourself. Be soft, be wild. We're all soft, we're all wild.
Thank you so much.
You're
So
welcome.
how can people find you? That's the last question I have for you. And by the way, I'm really, really grateful that I feel I could show the world with this interview now a bit more of the Victoria I know, because I think people, when they only maybe know you from like the viral flaxseed mask or like the, how did you say in the beginning?
The crazy bitch that eats garlic.
The crazy bitch that eats garlic. You know, there's so much more than all of this, and I'm so happy that I could share, or like that I had a possibility to show the world a bit more of you.
Yeah. Well, then before I give my socials, I would like to ask you a question. Since you followed me on Instagram before,
Yeah.
what did you think I would be like?
What did I think you'd be like?
Do you think my personality, knowing me, is an accurate representation of who I am?
I think you're even more cool in real life. You are cool online, and I love like what you're sharing. That's why I started talking to you. But I don't want to say I didn't. Yeah, I didn't thought that I would have those many deep conversations I already had with you. And that's what I'm like, I feel really honored that I can be in that space with you. And I know that social media is not probably the place where you can have these conversations. But that's one thing that I didn't thought of you, that you are as deep as you are. And it's not only, yes, it's your passion, your topic to talk about all these things, but there's so much more people don't know about you.
That's true.
And I love that I get a little glimpse. And that's what people always say, like, you see 10 or maybe 15%, but I can say you're living what you're saying online, you're living it. But there's so much more what is inspiring. And maybe at some point when the time is there, and if you want to, I'm so excited to see if you will share all these other spy side quest things.
Yes. No, I really appreciate that. Thank you. That is going to fuel my next opportunity of growth, showing up even more real.
Because you are already like, and that's what we talked about as well. People always say never meet your hero and never meet people offline that inspires you. But I'm so happy that it more and more shifted, that I met a lot of people now finally that are even cooler offline than online, because there was a time when I only met people that are like online inspiring, and then I was like,
Yeah.
that's it. So that's something I'm really grateful for. It's just, I think I'm really, really happy to see like the whole package, and not only that niche topic, but the whole package behind it.
Right. Amazing. Well, thank you so much for having me on. And where you can find me is on Instagram, on TikTok, at Victoria__Benitez. Or if you want to check out my online digital magazine, you can go on softwild.com. And that's where you can find me.
I love it. Thank you so much. I
Thank
really, really
you.
appreciated the talk. Like, time flew by like this,
Yeah.
literally. And I can't wait maybe to have you back at some point, because I want to do like a little interview section where like different people with different opinions come together, and I'm
Ooh.
just like,
A round table.
Yeah, I
That
can't
would be
wait
so
for it.
fun.
So yeah,
Are you
let's
going to
see.
put me with someone who loves polyester or something?
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe not polyester, but maybe someone who's for like supplements or skincare or
Ooh,
something.
okay.
Yeah, but I think it's time to do these things. And
Totally.
I'm like the neutral position in the middle, and then let's see.
Totally.
Yeah.
Life is about having conversations. Don't be so married to your opinion. I'm not married to mine. I
No.
can easily divorce it. As long as someone gives me a good enough reason, I can divorce
Yeah.
my opinion.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.